back to Souflotv again, everybody. It is your host with the most. This video is a message to every Jamaican vlogger out there. Every Jamaican vlogger out there. For the vloggers who do their thing, stay in their own lane and get their money or build their platform and are able to transfer that platform onto something else bigger and better, that's what it's all about. Okay? Big up to each and every one of you. Shout out to you. Manners and respect to you. To the vloggers who feel like they have to sensationalize stories, make up things, and tear down other people's platform in order to build theirs, then for you, I would say, shame on you, man. This channel was built for a place where people can come to this channel for reliable information. If I ever do a video on this channel where I don't know the story, it is nothing for me to always tell my audience that, well, this is what the streets are saying, or this is the rumor that's going around out there. Things like these are very important. You cannot be taking information and then sensationalizing the information for views, misleading the people. Well, you can do it, and when you do it, you will get an audience because people are gullible nowadays and they believe everything. But you who are doing that, do you really realize what you're doing though? I think you realize what you're doing, and that's the reason why you have to hide your face. You see, when I decided to do YouTube, I already knew what I was going to do with this platform. And some of the stuff that I have planned for this platform, we have not even done yet. Right? We don't reach out into the streets yet. And I am going to be out in the streets. We actually plan on going out into the streets with the people, but COVID happened. So we had to scale back that plan. So that plan is there for the future. When I first started doing YouTube, I made up my mind from the beginning that I'm going to show my face all the time. I want my face to be my brand. Souflotv. Souflotv. You understand? When people see me out the road, them say, Souflo, what? There's a lot of people who have seen me. I go everywhere and I am not afraid. Why I'm not afraid? Because I don't hide myself and then tell people fake news. Like, for instance, the story happened that says the car ran into the bus. If that's all the story, the car ran into the bus, the road was wet and it was rainy, I come tell my people, them say, according to Gleaner, or according to the Loop, or according to so and so, the rain was falling hard, the road was slippery, the vehicle was speeding, one car ran into the other vehicle, and that's that. Somehow they take the story and say, the driver of the truck did have sex with the wife of the car driver, and them see the car and them running at the car, and I try run him, did I try run the man off of the road? And let me tell you the inside info, because my cousin know him, or I have somebody that knows so, and so me know real information that's the truth. This is how they sensationalize a simple story. And then these people run with it. I've done stories on this platform where it was the truth. And another vlogger did it. Mind you, I don't watch any other vloggers, and I'll explain why in a minute. Another vlogger does the same story, right? But they sensationalize the story to the point where it starts sounding like a Hollywood movie. Now, of course, the people are entertained by that because all this extra excitement going on in this story. What do these people do? They come back over to my channel, they bring that channel's name over there, Yo, Souflotv, you don't have the real story, man. Because Gilden76 said that blah, blah, blah. Them have the real story. You're far behind, man. Go do some more research. And then months later, the whole story come out. And it has nothing to do with what Gilden97 said it was. And the same people still go over to the same channel for the sensationalized stories. Now, if you're a person that likes sensationalized truth, or truth that is stretched far to where it becomes not even realistic, and that is what you feel like you need to give your audience to grow your platform fast, to get views or whatever, then by all means, you go ahead and do that. But I choose to be honest. If I don't know, I don't know. If I do know, I do know. And if I do know, then my source is vetted. That way I can hold my head high in the streets when I go outside. Because I know for a fact that the information I gave out was truthful. A lot of you have to hide your face because you know what you're doing. You know that you're disrupting, interrupting, knocking food out of people's mouth, tarnishing people's reputation, dragging people's name through the mud, telling lies on people at a point where those lies can actually cause those people their life. And you're doing it all behind the scenes for views. Me show my face everywhere. Why? Because I'm out there. When I do stories, listen, when I'm in Jamaica, right? I am everywhere in Jamaica. Everywhere. I laugh because it was 2019, I went to Jamaica twice and spent extended periods of time there both times. And I was everywhere again. So when I ran into people and they were saying, yo, how come when they say you can't come back to Jamaica, Souflotv, and you're there, big up yourself, Souflotv, you are the real general. You know Jamaican people stay already. I like that. I like that because I want to go everywhere. I want to go St. Elizabeth, I want to go Westmoreland, I want to go Clarendon, I want to be in Kingston, I want over Portmore, I walk up and down on road where people can see me. Bump up, yo, Souflotv, want to go on, you're there. A lot of you can't do that. And you can't do it not because you're not because you're telling truth. This is what you want people to believe. Not because you're telling truth. Oh, I'm telling you the truth. No. So I have to hide my face because I have all the truth. Come on now. You have all the truth. You're such a know-it-all person. You know about this business and that business and the inside of that business, then this business, and none of them are connected. So how you want so omnipresent? How you want so everywhere? How you want have so much info? Stop sensationalizing stories for views, okay? And then have these dunce bad people come over to my channel and come bring your name, your Souflotv. You have to go listen to Wayne name there because your story, you only get half of the story, man. You have to go. I lead a channel that has intelligent people. And let me tell these vloggers something. Listen, I see people calling up my name, right? For some reason, whoever is just starting out doing this vlogging thing, they feel that, okay, here's the crab in a barrel mentality. This is what I have to do. Get to Souflotv TV platform, talk up a bunch of things about Souflotv, and then the people them that view Souflotv will come over here. And then they will like and they will subscribe, and then my subscribers list will grow. And then I'll have a big channel too in no time. Crab in a barrel. In order for you to elevate one or rise one up, you feel that you have to pull another one down. Crabs in a barrel. My number is public. I have a business phone and I have a personal phone. My number is public. My email is public. souflotv@gmail.com. Anybody can reach me if they have a problem with me. I'm doing this video because I've realized over the past week to 2 weeks that people are all over my comment section with some other people's name. Listen, I don't have to hide my face. I don't want anybody's name on my platform. Don't put it there. When you put it there and I see it, I simply erase it. Shout out to the other vlogger them. Listen, when I see somebody come over my channel and them say something about, yeah man, me not listen to what him name them because you know to say a big dunce idiot that. He can't even form a proper sentence. You hear how him talk? You know to say a fool. That's why me listen to you. I don't buy that. You understand? And I don't leave that comment sitting on my platform unless I haven't seen it. Because of course, after a while, a video gains so many comments under it that you lose track and you can't keep up with 300 comments on a video when you're putting out 2 to 3 videos per day. So that's like 10, 15 videos, 20 videos for a week. Now to go answer all those comments when some of them have 300, 500, 200, 150 comments under them, one person can't do all that. But I try my best to scan through the comment sections and to make sure that certain things are not being said. If people disagree with me on the topic that we're discussing on the video, then so be it. So be it. But as long as they're not disrespectful, I leave the comment there. I leave the comment there. But if you put up comments with other people's name in it, you don't have to big me up and tear down somebody else at the same time. If you're on my channel as viewers, if you're on my channel and you support the channel because you tune in on a regular basis and you vibe constructively, then I thank you for that. But don't feel like you have to go to another channel and then come back on my channel, come talk about the boy over there so I idiot to the Souflotv and him said this and him said that and I know say you are this, and that's why I'm rate you, so you don't have to do all that. Rate me if you rate me. But don't rate me while tearing somebody else down and it's because somebody else is an idiot why you are rating me. I don't do the crab in a barrel thing. My platform is never about tearing anybody down. You understand? Matter of fact, a lot of the news stories that we discuss on my platform, they are only stories that we use for segue. We use those to segue into a bigger, broader topic conversation.
Wilson Academy. The riots that have taken place all over the country and now all over the world are inevitable. And contrary to the opinions of some, the riots are both effective and necessary. The problem is, it's not a sustainable path to what we want. But then what next? What are we supposed to do? That's what this message is about, what we're going to do. Young people, my college students, my high school students, you're ready to act. You're ready to fight. But no one's listening to you. They just keep telling you to go home. But I hear you, and we have a plan. In order to find a solution, we must first understand why this is happening. The reason that officers of the law and private citizens acting as if they're officers of the law continue to murder us is because we can offer no consequence. For example, the reason you don't see Jewish people being murdered by police is because the Jewish community can provide economic consequences. They own things collectively. They're well invested in the media and the law. And they've built a strong community by focusing on exclusive internal growth and wealth building. But when members of the black community are murdered by white officers or vigilantes, we peacefully protest, focus on whatever election is upcoming, and ultimately, there are no convictions for the criminals. There's something that we missed about how the civil rights movement was effective. Protesting was just the beginning. It was to unify the people and bring attention to the issue. But the next step was always economic action, boycotting, investing in our communities. Then that economic action is what forced legislation. The reason our efforts continue to fail is because we first of all keep asking for change instead of forcing it. But secondly, because we keep skipping a critical step in the process. So what do we want? Well, in the short term, we demand justice. In the long term, we demand reform. But we must be specific if we are to hold our nation accountable. So we demand 3 things. 1, We demand convictions and equitable and appropriate prison time for all officers involved in the murders of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and all parties involved in the lynching of Ahmaud Arbery. 2, we demand legislation that ensures independent review of public safety officers. And 3, we demand a modification to the standards by which officers can be prosecuted. I'm sure you've heard people say, if you want change, get to the polls. Now, I'm not suggesting voting is useless, but the reality is voting will not solve our problems. In fact, we cannot allow ourselves to become distracted by political affiliations. The only way to get the change we seek is to show strength both economically and physically. So first, let's address physical strength. It is both irrational and un-American for us to continue to be met with force and not respond in kind. This is why we need all able Black Americans to exercise their constitutional rights and legally acquire a firearm. Perhaps Ahmaud Arbery would be alive right now had he been able to defend himself against the thugs who lynched him. And under Georgia's stand your ground laws, well, he would have been within his legal rights. To all my gangbangers, my Bloods, my Crips, GDs, folk, everybody, I'm asking you to help us protect our communities from the white supremacist groups who would harm us. You are already armed and you're not afraid to die. I hope that you see fit to call a truce and unite against a greater common enemy in order to protect our children, our mothers, our sisters, aunties, and grandmothers. Now we must address how we fight economically. America doesn't particularly care about Black life. If it did, we wouldn't still be facing what we're facing right now. What America does care about is Black dollars. So we have to start speaking America's language. Effective immediately, we will only buy food from Black-owned restaurants. This does not apply to grocery stores, as we don't feel there are enough Black-owned grocery stores nationwide at this point to accommodate the initiative. However, there are many grocery items you can find on sites like WeBuyBlack.com. Now, our Black-owned restaurant initiative means that you will need to avoid many of your favorite restaurants, but you will discover new Black-owned favorites. And you must ask yourself what's more important. Understand that this is only phase 1 of a larger plan. We will implement phase 2 in the weeks to come. But this is something that everyone can do. So what's the point? And why will this work? According to both Nielsen and the CDC, Black people eat more fast food than anyone. By diverting our billions of dollars, we will accomplish 2 things. 1, change is not free. Supporting only Black restaurants keeps our money in our communities, money we can ultimately leverage to create the changes we all want to see. And 2, it uses our money we're already spending anyway, to create powerful billionaire allies. These companies will do what is necessary to get our dollars back. And if that means helping us to meet our objectives, well, then that's what they'll do. There are a few important notes to make when concerning this plan. This is not a boycott. We are not punishing white businesses. We are simply consumers who are making a choice to exclusively support Black restaurants in the strategic interest of justice and reform. Please note that we are exclusively supporting Black-owned restaurants, not minority-owned. The terms Black and minority are not interchangeable. So, to my Chinese, Korean, Arabic, and Indian restaurant owners, we have nothing against you personally. But if we don't do this now, there will be none of us left to buy your products anyway. If a franchise location is owned by a Black person, eat at that location exclusively. We will not harm our own people. There are websites like eatblackowned.com that you can use to find Black-owned restaurants in your area. But I'm confident that once everyone learns of our initiative, they'll let you know how to find them. We will not support non-equitable services. We will support Black restaurants that offer the quality and service we deserve. And if we have a negative experience, we will not generalize and say, see, this is why I don't support Black businesses. We will simply express our concerns to the management, and if we so choose, we just won't go back to that particular restaurant, just as we would behave with a restaurant that isn't Black-owned. This is not a one-day event. Did you know that the famous Montgomery bus boycott lasted over a year? 381 days to be exact. It takes time and consistency to have impact, just as it took time and consistency to implement the racist constructs we are fighting. We will continue with our strategy until our demands are met. At times, this will not be easy, You will be tempted to stray, but please accept that there can be no change without sacrifice. A brief message to white Americans. We don't hate you. We don't hate America. We just need it to work for us in the same way it works for you. Please stop saying all lives matter. Saying all lives matter is like one house in a subdivision is on fire. The fire truck arrives, and you ask the fireman to douse your house with water, even though it's not on fire, because your house is important too. We've been asking for equality for hundreds of years now. Please process that. Understand, we're done asking. This word you see on my shirt is ukulua. It's Zulu. It means fight. Black people, I need us to know that we are bigger than slavery. Our existence didn't begin when we became useful to America. We have our own continent, our own African culture, our own independent history. We are better than begging to not be murdered. The time has come for us to fight, and now we know how. Now this plan cannot work if people don't know about it. So if you do nothing else, it's important that you share this post or the link to this post on all your social media. And whenever you mention the plan, please use the hashtag #HowWeFight. You can find a hard copy of the plan at thewilsonacademy.org. Remember, hashtag #HowWeFight. Share the post.
So for instance, if at the end of the week it says in Jamaica that 7 women were killed and all 7 murders were by domestic violence, then I see a need to have a conversation about the upsurging of domestic violence and men in Jamaica killing their women just because the woman said she wants to leave the relationship, or just because the woman is cheating or whatever. That's what I do with my platform. Me not join the whole, and I'm hiding my face, so-and-so is setting up so-and-so. Him did set him up for get murder, you know, and we have the inside info. Let me tell you what really go on. You can't do that. Well, you can do it, but I can't do that. I refuse to do that. I refuse to do that. I told y'all before, when I started doing YouTube, I said the people that I look up to are people like Winford Williams, people like Ragashanti, these kind of people. YouTube has censored us so much to the point where I can no longer do like how Ragashanti used to do theme thing. Because certain languages can't be used anymore, certain things we can't say anymore, and if we do say them, and if you're running your YouTube channel like it is a brand that is branching off into bigger business, then you will understand how important credibility is. You will understand how important the face card is. I go places in Jamaica and I get taken care of just based on my face. And when I'm reaching to pay for services, I'm being told, nah man, are you man, go on man. Real life. So you're hiding, right? And you're disseminating all this information that is fake, false, made up, damaging, and you're swearing it's the truth. And you have idiot people who really believe that stuff and are spreading it even more. So, this is a message to all the vloggers. If you ever have an issue with me, Souflotv@gmail.com, and put on there vlogger something, just vlogger in the headline, and see how fast I answer you back. I'm not about to go behind somebody back and talk, this kind of thing. Whatever I can say behind someone's back, I should be able to say it to a man's face or a woman's face. Whatever information I put on my channel and we discuss as an audience is probably information that is already out there, published by bigger entities. We just having a discussion and we just giving our opinions. And in some cases, we are contributing solutions. But it's never us telling lies, trying to tear down somebody's name, trying to tear down somebody's platform, trying to crab in a barrel, pull one down so we could bring another one up, or spreading lies and acting like it's the truth, and we know for a fact that it's the truth, when we know damn well that it's lies. I'm not here to mislead the people, man. There are a lot of people out there that enjoy being misled, and that's why you have certain channels that pop up that start getting like mad numbers, because that's what the people want. We live in that type of a society today. If a man gets shot one time, that now make no news. He must get shot 14 times in front of him, 2 picnic them, and then them chop off him wife head. And then now that's news. This is what our people get excited about. Leave me out all the foolishness. You hear me? Leave me out of your foolishness. Anybody address me, I address them back directly. I address them back intelligently. I address them back clearly so they understand every word of what I said. I don't hide my face. I don't create no other account. I don't do all that stupid stuff. And it is stupid stuff. So leave me out on a drama, on a mess. I don't see anybody calling me and saying, Souflotv, let's set up a panel where we can have a panel discussion. And in doing so, for those of you who've been on this channel long enough, you know, when remember I talked about the Vloggers Federation, that would be good if we actually formed it, because we would be able to have panel discussions and audience members from all different angles can tune in to the panel discussion and contribute. I'm not afraid of confrontation as far as, Souflotv, I want to talk to you. Okay, I'm here, what? Souflotv, I have a problem with you. Okay, state the problem. You understand? I'm not hard to reach. A lot of you, man, when it comes down to it, see, a lot of people think this is all about grab a camera, shoot, say what you want, say, put it up, get views. And that's how you build something, a credible platform. I've been on YouTube long enough to see many Jamaican YouTube channels get started up and they've disappeared. I've been on YouTube long enough to see them get started up, they disappear, and then they come back and they disappear again. And some disappear and never came back. Because the behind the scenes work that it takes to actually do this and to sustain this for years, a dedication to truth, to honesty. Say what you know. And if you don't know what you're saying, tell the people, say, you don't know. Tell the people when you're wrong. Come back to a video and say, you know, so the last video I said so and so, but it wasn't the truth. That type of stuff. I'm known to do that. So when people want truth, they can come here. They may not get the exciting, sensationalized story, but they'll get some truth. I'm going to leave that one right there. And this wasn't only for the vloggers them. This was also for the audience. Because believe it or not, we all share the same audience. One time it was impossible to tell. Now YouTube tells you. Algorithms makes other Jamaican vloggers videos stack up right next to mine and other Jamaican vloggers videos. So no matter how you try hide a man video or go on like you don't want to see it, it pops up, right? I don't watch other people's channel, other vloggers' channel, because I have heard before when I was trying to support people, right, and I went over to their channel, I saw people over there saying stuff like, oh, it's Souflotv, him come for thief your material, my youth, kick him off of your channel, ray. And I noticed that the host of that channel didn't correct the person, didn't remove the comment, didn't do any of that. We all get our news from the same place. The difference is how it is delivered and the conversation that is had with it. And that is what my platform is known for, and that is what we do. Alright? Left me out on the foolishness. This is for not only the vloggers, but for the viewers as well. Keep my platform clean. We deal with truth. We deal with a face card. Alright? Go enjoy the mix-up, but keep it over there. As soon as I see it in my comment section, I'm erasing it. Souflotv, man, like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section as usual. Stay tuned for more meaningful videos. I just had to get this one off my chest. Alright? I'm out. Peace.